Hi there folks, Andy here from UK Team Savage Gear, and I've just taken a moment out of a day's fishing because I want to tell you about a brand new rod for 2017 that I'm really excited about. It's the new Savage Gear LRF CCS. It's the second generation Savage Gear LRF rod, and in my eyes it's a vast improvement on the old model. The most important improvement being the addition of Toray carbon. It's a much higher carbon modulus blank than the old one, which makes it more responsive, gives a smoother bending curve. It also makes it far more durable, which makes this a really great option for the UK LRF angler. There's a lot of features about this rod that I really like, but rather than sit on a skate park and tell you about them, I'd rather tell you about them down on the river. So let's go and catch a few fish on this bad boy. So when you talk about an LRF rod, first thing that comes to mind is things like very light drop shotting, micro jigging, wasp fishing. Guys going up and down the canal at the weekend, down the edges, catching little wasps. It's brilliant fun, and let me tell you, this rod is going to be absolutely perfect for that. It's such a sensitive piece of kit. That Toray carbon really has added something here that the old ones perhaps didn't have. It's so sensitive, you feel everything through the blanket. It's also very forgiving. You know, if you're catching very small fish regularly on this, you can do it safe in the knowledge that you're not going to keep pulling hooks out of fish. I've got a pretty good idea there's going to be some fish underneath this breach. I'm going to spend the next few minutes with a very small piece of the Savage Gear LRF ragworm, cut that up into quarters, and just see if I can win a few out from under here. Let's give it a go. So as expected, the new Savage Gear LRF CCS is a fantastic light drop shot rod. It's so sensitive, you get so much feel. That Toray carbon's working hard to transmit every single pluck, every single indication straight down that blank, straight to your hand. What it's also great at is micro jigging and light jigging. Now I've got set up on here the brand new Savage Gear 3D Fry. Brand new this year, 2017 is going to be one of the big baits for this summer. We all know it, fantastic bait. I've got that set up on one of the darting jig heads from the micro sand eel pack. Great, fantastic darting action. This will be a really great test of the sensitivity of this rod. And with this pool behind us looking so promising, we can't help but have a sling out there. Right, so this is a real surprise. I've been fishing this river an awful long time. I've never caught a pike out of here. I've never even seen one, but somehow, by some kind of miracle, we've just managed to winkle this fella out. It was a long way in on £5 fluorocarbon. Don't try that at home, folks. That doesn't happen every day. Testament to the delicacy of the action on the LRF CCS that I've not managed to pull the hooks out or put too much tension on that £5 fluorocarbon, but it was a little bit hairy, as you've probably just seen on the video. Out you come. Look at that. Perfection in miniature. Really fat as well. He's been feeding up over the winter. Very cool. Not what we expected today, but a real test of the LRF CCS, and I'd say it came out with flying colours. I'm going to slip this guy back now. Awesome. Right, we'll try and aim a cast right underneath this bridge here. It's the middle of the day, the sun's very hot, it's very high, so I reckon this is the perfect spot for a big stripey. Let's inch this. I've got the 3D bleak reel tail on here. I'm just going to inch this across the bottom very, very slowly. Little bump then, there's something interested. Let's give that a little tweak. Little knock again, and I can feel everything through the blank of this rod. Very, very sensitive. That Toray carbon gives you so much feedback. A little bump then as well. There's a fish. There he is. Nice stripey, lovely fish, little fatty. Let's get him into hand. No monster, but we're fishing a tiny little drain here. That's a very, very chunky little perch that could grow on a lot bigger. Let's tease that worm hook out of him. Lovely little fish, very cool, and proves exactly what I said about this LRF CCS. It's got the power further down the blank to set these weedless hooks. It's a really great option for those of you fishing heavy cover. Let's get him back. Piece of LRF ragworm. That's as much as it needed to tempt this little thug into an easy meal. Look at the attitude on him, he's furious. So as you can probably tell, the light's pretty much escaped us now, but it's been a really fun few hours fishing this afternoon. The LRF CCS has coped with everything I've thrown at it. We've caught fish on jigs, we've caught fish on light drop shot, we've caught fish on bigger drop shot lures. We've even caught fish fishing a Weedless Cheburashka outfit, which is something that these rods aren't designed to do. Testament to the amount of power in this blank, but also it's so sensitive. I'm really convinced that 2017 is going to be a great year for this rod, and I strongly suggest that anyone who's in the market for a new light, medium light, drop shotting, jigging, whatever you want to do with it, you've got to take a look at the Savage Gear LRF CCS. Check them out. Thanks a lot.